put in as many leaves as I think I can, and I'm still not happy. It's I decided to use the serrated type of leaf, and so either I need to make the whole background this pinky colour, or change the background colour, which just won't make sense because it really needs to be the colours, one of the colours that's inside the painting. And so it's either going to be pink, because there is pink inside there, or this mixture of, I think it was burnt sienna and teal, in order to show the leaves up. Using this colour is just not really working. Unlike in the other tree and in the bride that I did over there, it worked well because that was the colour in the background. So it's not working well here. It's too wet for me to really, it's too dry for me to remove, and it's too wet for me to paint over anything else. So keeping it translucent, keeping the background translucent just isn't seeming to work here. Mainly because the background here is so opaque. So I don't know. I don't think I have this colour in my oils. And just doing it all this colour, this burnt sienna, going over everything, well, that's still going to show everything underneath, because as you can see it's transparent. So I think I'm going to have to go for pink. I've got blue on my palette. I'll just try a little bit of that quickly and see what that does, and then I'll decide. I'm busy making this video in September. By the time you see it, it's probably going to be December or beyond, as I make them way in advance. So you can tell me what you think. Should I have left it? Should I do this blue? Should I change it back to pink while it's dry? I think I will always be able to cover this blue because it's translucent with a pink, which is a mixture of white and some other colour. So it would be that would be opaque, and that would work in the future. But I want to give this blue a chance. It's a cobalt blue and it's translucent. So it's kind of letting a bit of what's underneath come through, which is nice. And it will just outline the leaves and make them more clear. So at the moment they're not that clear, I don't think, with my hazy vision. And today I'm particularly having a hazy day. So I think that's what I'm going to continue to do. And then I might just refine the trees a bit. I'm not sure they're exactly as they should be. So sometimes it comes out bluer than other times, depending on what it's going over, I guess. So I want to put the blue peeping in between the trees, in between the leaves and the branches as well, where there's no leaf. So it is quite a fine process. I'm using the small brush, and at the same time refining the branches where they were too thick in the first place. But it's coming off very streaky, as it has been doing from the beginning, with this oil over the acrylic. Hopefully it will look better when it's dry. That's the result of adding the blue in the negative space, which was the pink, and I don't like it at all. I'm going to quickly delete it while it's still wet, and I'm going to cover the back, wherever there's negative space, I'm going to cover it with light pink. I think that will make more sense. Even this around the tree I'm going to do in light pink, I think. I managed to remove all of the blue. Well, there might be traces here and there, but it's okay. I'll give it another wipe quickly before I paint. But I still am not sure whether whether to use pink, because it's not really, if I put pink here, it's not going to be enough of a contrast between the pink that's inside the trees, and there is quite a bit. And the problem is there's opaque and transparent colors like this inside the tree, and then in the leaves there's more opaque than transparent. That's how the bloom turned out. Very solid colors. Not, if they were more like this, it would have been fine. But so I might have to do burnt sienna mixed with white here to give a better tone, and then see what I'll do at the top. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm putting the mixture of burnt sienna and white around the trees. It's still a bit too wet underneath. And hopefully that will look a whole lot better. And then at the top I will do the magenta mixed with white around the leaves. And again, hopefully that will give a much better result. So tell me what you think in the comments. What would you have done in this situation? So I think the burnt sienna and the white mixture is having a much better result. And it's a good thing I'm doing it, because I also noticed that I'd missed some of my own design, in that this tree just kind of ended here with nothing. It actually needs to continue. And I don't know how that happened. I will fix that. So now do I continue with this colour up around the leaves, or should I switch to the magenta and white? I think that's what I'm going to do just for now, because that seems to make more sense, but I'll see how it turns out. So I've got the pink on my brush, and I'm negatively painting away from the leaves, which means I'm painting away some of that background. But that's fine, that's just leaving what's in the leaves visible. And I didn't do too many leaves because it's supposed to be a fall painting. So I think this colour definitely highlights the leaves a bit better and brings them more sharply into focus. And I think the effect will be much better. So I'm hoping to do a painting where I intentionally blow out the acrylic pour in order to form a forest afterwards, to shape the forest. And maybe then I will have to try and remember all these things I've learned from the different paintings which I have transformed from a blue into a forest, which I've done 3 now. And you might see that painting before I even publish this one. I'm definitely going to be doing a blowout where I deliberately blow it out into form a sunflower and a bird. And that will be out before this one, so hopefully I will have learned some lessons. Oh, now I've gone into the tree. Okay. And I will remember the lessons. Because learning them and remembering them is 2 different things. It's making more sense to me now, it's becoming clearer. I had to go back and put the outlines around the trees, and I've lost some of the leaves, so I'll have to put them back, which I'll do now. I thought I should wait until the paint dries, but if it works, it works, so it's working. And might not be perfect. Anyway, so that's what I'll do, and then wait for it to dry and see if there's anything else that looks odd. And then I'll fix it up. But basically that's it for now, so I'll bring you back at the end when I've done all the touch-ups. I've made a lot of improvements to what it was before, and I elongate this branch from this tree up into there as just a dry branch, and I may add a few more leaves once it's dry. It's too wet now, the colours start mixing, and I just refined the outer dead space, made it a little bit more natural, not so bland, and I added on a few more just dry twigs, and so the dead space around the sky, around the top, around the leaves is pink, and around the lower end is this brownish sienna. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it. I mean, any other refinements I do, I might take a photograph at the end, but I don't think I'm going to do too much once it's dried. I might see it differently once it's dried, but for now I'm quite happy. The leaves are shining through the colour from underneath, the teal, the gold, the mixture. Yeah, and I think that's just the way it's going to be. So it was a difficult painting. It was more difficult than the other one, and I don't know why, but doing leaves and trees seems to be the hardest so far. I've done flowers, I've done ducks, I've done a bride, and this one is turning out to be the most difficult. But I still enjoyed it, and it was still a learning experience, and I'm sure it will get easier with time. The more you do, the more anything becomes easier. But it's definitely a learning experience. So thank you for watching, and please like and comment and let me know your thoughts. Bye for now. I continued painting off camera, and I painted away the outlines of the leaves. They were too thick and I wasn't happy with them, so now it's a bit more refined, and I've also removed the lines that were inside the leaves because I didn't like that effect either. It hid too much of the beautiful colour of the paw, and so now it's much clearer. The trees are clearer, that one, and this one goes there. It goes into the colours of the leaves and eventually just becomes pink, and so I'm happy with the outcome overall. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and please comment and like, and I'll see you in my next video.